Hello, everyone. This is MMA Interesting Prospects podcast. Today, our guest is undefeated welterweight prospect Josiah Harrell. Hello, Josiah. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good. And just few weeks ago, you were back in the cage after quite a long break. It was another finish for you because you finished all of your opponents. And if you can tell me, how do you feel after all after the fight against Quinton
It
Parks?
was, it was good. He had long range, so we were trying to see how we were going to figure out his range, and we had a couple things we were going to do. It just seemed like his grappling wasn't up to par, so we didn't have to think too far ahead. But yeah, we ended up having brain surgery earlier this year, uh, so it's good to be back. And then we just signed a fight for May 17th, so we'll be fighting on May 17th in Kentucky. Planning on staying very. We're basically just keeping the momentum going.
And can you tell what promotion is it?
It'll be OCL again, I believe. Just getting our feet wet when it comes to dipping back into the states. Since we had the fallout in New York with LFA, we're not taking any chances with another state saying like no. So before we go back onto LFA or if the UFC calls, well, it doesn't matter. They'll take care of it. But before we go back into like a bigger organization like LFA or CCFC or whatever's going on, we want to make sure that we're good by the state, good by the commission, and then we get in. And if we can't get 100% by the state or the commission, then we're not going to sign for the fight. So we just got the green light for Kentucky. So we'll already signed. So we should be having that in May.
And before this fight, did you feel any like additional stress because of your conditioning, because of your like condition and the like a long break that you had?
Um, Everybody's gonna have like their own thoughts, but no, I gave it up to God. I'm not too concerned with what's gonna happen to me. If I get knocked out, so be it. If I lose, so be it. I'm just there to go in there, push the pace, and attempt to finish the fight.
And can you tell me more about this like brain disease that you
Yep.
had? It's like Moyamoya
Yep.
disease.
So Moyamoya is a brain disease that is a developmental disease. So it's slowly depending on what side you have it on. I have it on my right side, so it slowly clogs up my right carotid, eventually getting to the point where I get no blood flow. So they had to cut open my brain, and they had to graft on uh, two arteries or two veins, however you want to think about it, and then redirect the blood flow. So then they end up doing a bypass. So now I get blood flow to the top of my brain and blood flow to the back of my brain. Now allowing me to not have to worry about my carotid being cut off or my the artery at the base of my brain being cut off.
And any point, did you feel that maybe there will be no chance to be back in the cage?
Yeah, no, there was definitely my brain was going all over the place, and if God didn't want me to get back in the cage, then I can't do nothing about it. But we kept our hopes up, we kept praying, and we just did what we always did, and just focused and trained. Everything else really wasn't up to us. The thing with the fallout with New York really irritated me a lot. It broke me down a little bit, but we stayed positive and we got a quick turnaround, and we were able to get back in there.
I mean, I think that like the commission from New York is like very like mm, I don't know, maybe safe one. I don't know the word,
Yes.
but they don't want to take any chances, even that they allowed the UFC to have their shows there. It was like 2016, so it's like kind of weird.
Right. No, yeah. So as soon as that fight was done, I ended up getting my passport just in case we had to fight overseas. Because if nobody in the U.S. was going to allow us to fight, we were going to figure something out. Whether it's Thailand, whether it's Russia, whether it's Brazil, like somebody was going to let us fight. So um, still open to fighting overseas and still open to doing all of that. But we got our passport now. So if we happen to get a Abu Dhabi short notice fight, or if we happen to get something to where the UFC calls and they need somebody, we'll be ready.
And what about like taking punches? Because of course, like no nobody
Yeah.
wants to like take punches. But did you feel like no, normal when you are hit even in the gym?
Yeah. We focus on defense a lot, but I everybody gets hit. When it comes to normal, I don't feel any different. So I don't I don't really remember what normal is supposed to feel like. So now I just get to a point where it all feels the same. I just know, I guess I have the comfort of knowing that everything's fixed up there.
And about your next fight, do you have a like opponent that you will face, like the name?
Yeah, I forget his name. He's 44 and 22. He's a UFC vet. Michael, maybe something. Um, mm, Something. I'd have to talk to my coaches, but it should be a good fight. It's like he has a lot of experience. He's a little wild, and he likes to come in. He likes to have a fight. He's good everywhere, so it'll be good. It'll make me reach outside grappling, maybe. So we'll see. Maybe more exciting than what people think.
I think that sometimes this kind of veterans can be like underrated because the
Yes,
people see that they have a lot of losses, so they are not good fighters. But I think when you have like 50 or 60 fights and then you definitely won most of them, you definitely have the skills, have the experience to beat other fighters.
right. Absolutely. No, he's I don't like to take anybody for granted. I know that if I start thinking that way, that God will humble me real quick. So I make sure that I'm prepared in every situation, and we have good people around us. Tim, Matt, those guys they watch so much film, and then I also have experience not just from me, but Mark Coleman, Matt Brown, Tim. Dave, it's like we have guys that have the experience. So now it's just about me listening instead of me thinking I know everything. And I'm definitely taking my ego out of it and putting everyone that's in front of me as a test that I have to solve personally and using everything I can. That includes Matt Brown, that includes Mark Coleman, that includes the people that I have coming in, Dante Leon, um, all those guys.
How did you get to Immortal Martial Arts Center?
It's actually like a weird full circle. So my original coach at Grove City Brazilian Jiu Jitsu was Matt Brown's first coach. So then those guys were connected, and then one day AJ Dobson had to come in to do some filming, and we seen those guys. I met Matt, and then eventually I just started going back down there um, as an AMI. But before I was an AMI, I went down there once with my buddy Michael, and we went down there, and he was supposed to spar with Matt. So he Michael invited me up, and instead of getting to spar with Matt, Mark Coleman had me do cardio for an hour and 20 minutes, hour 30 minutes, just med balls, slams, burpees, and then while everybody else practiced, I was just doing cardio the whole day. So then I stopped going there, and then eventually a couple months later, I ended up going back, and then. Um, I was able to start like participating in what they did. This was still as an AMI, so I've been with Matt for a long time as well.
I think overall that this is a like great team, and of course you are one of the like faces of the of prospects from the gym, and also the Joshua Pereira, the like great flyweight fighter. So I
Mhm.
think that probably in the like maybe 1 or 2 years he also will be in the UFC.
Yeah, we'll see. I know he had a fight and won, ended up tearing his ACL, so he has a recovery. But I mean, he's so good. Yeah, he's swift, he's quick. But yeah, he's going to be a problem in the near future. After he does his thing at one, I can definitely see him moving to the UFC and making a run for it.
And for now, you finished all of the opponents that you had in front of you, including a very good one like Tracy Reader. So there are like good names. Also, the last opponent that you had. But what do you think about your cardio? Because right now you are finishing everybody, but do you feel that fighting for the 15 minutes wouldn't be like much of the problem for you?
Oh no! If you watch the fights, I mean, they always start close. So it's not like I'm good, but it's not like I'm like very technical when it comes to out techniquing everybody. It's by the time they hit the second round, they start getting tired. And now I can keep the pace that I originally had. And now it looks like I'm more technical than the guy because he's tired. And then I made it to the third round a couple times, but by that time, those guys are quitting. So it's not that I'm so good that I'm finishing everybody, it's that they just quit. So when we start getting people that aren't going to quit, you guys will have actually a lot better show, and that's going to make me more excited just because I want to push myself. I want to go against people that are good, and nowadays it's hard to even get people to be willing to put the record on the line because everybody's like, no, I got to hold it back. I got to make it look as perfect as possible. I got to do this. It's like, we're here to push ourselves. It's like, if we're all just scared to fight each other, if we're all going around and going, no, I got to hold this in, like nothing's going to happen. So I'm just willing to fight whoever's willing to sign on the dotted line. And then if I'm supposed to win, I'm supposed to win. If I'm not, we're going to have a hell of a time in the cage together.
And sometimes in the later parts of the fight, it's like the battle of wills. Let's say,
Right.
like between like second and third round, like from the fence perspective, the fence can see who is like less tired and who is more tired, and I think that this is like super important thing, that even when you are tired, you know that you can beat your opponent, and you even like it's good when you are. Look really confident, because it
Right.
also can break your opponent.
Right. So when it comes to Matt, he tells me, he always asks me, he's like, "Hey, are you ready for misery?" So Matt being in my corner along with Coach Tim, like both of those guys have a mindset to where we're not that we're not able to get tired, but we have to be comfortable with getting tired. It's like we don't have the we don't have the best coaches in the world. We have really good fucking coaches, but we don't have the best coaches in the world. We don't have the best partners in the world. We have really good people that are here, but they're not world champs. So it's like when it comes to what we do, it's, hey, dude, we gotta be super technical from the start of the fight to the end of the fight. That means practice is just grueling at some points, and I get to the point where I'm like, I don't even know if I want to go to practice, and then I stop talking to myself like that, and I'm just on my way home half asleep, and or on my way to practice half asleep, knowing that it's going to be grueling, but also knowing how much better it's going to make me. So it's just because we haven't gone to the end of a fight in whether it's a 3 round or a 5 rounder, doesn't mean we don't have the conditioning. We have a lot of experience in the corner, and between Matt and Tim, we have everything we need when it comes to preparation and cardio.
And about Matt Brown, because I think that like he is one of my favorite fighters. Of course, he's retired right now, but he had like so many great moments in the UFC. And for you, what is like the best memory of his career?
Oh, I mean, nobody's gonna say no to that elbow against Diego. It's like that elbow that when he ended up catching the kick and dropping down, is just it was grueling. It's almost blasphemy how hard he hit him and just had him crumble. But no, it's like I don't think there's a lot of people that remember this moment where he got lemonade or lemon juice in his dip, and he's like, you don't mess with another man's dip, pretty much. That's one of my favorite moments, just because if you compare that Matt Brown to the Matt Brown we see now, it's night and day in the difference and just who he is. So it shows us that we don't only grow in the sport physically, but we also mature with the sport. We also grow mentally within the sport, and it changes us who we are as a man. And I enjoy seeing. I'll enjoy seeing who I am now to who I will be in the future as well.
Actually, the fighter that you were planned to face in the UFC is like Jack Della Maddalena, and he will fight for the welterweight title. And who
Mm-hmm.
do you think will win this fight?
Um, Jack's Jack's good. His boxing's good. If he can stay where he's good, he's gonna win. But if he allows Belal to pull him down and keep him down, it's not going to be fun for Jack. Whoever fought Jack after I was supposed to, I mean, Jack did have a couple weight cuts, and there's a lot of things going on, and he still has a lot of health problems, and I can do nothing but pray for the guy. But he's good where he's at. He has a lot of good. He's getting better at clinch. He's getting better at boxing. His grappling, his wrestling's getting better. But if he showed the Jack that I was gonna fight, and for Belal, it's not going to be good. I do think he has traps, and I do think he's prepping and preparing to be against the cage and getting out. And I feel like it's going to be um, a better fight than people give him credit for. I think that it's going to be how Islam and Volk was for the first fight, just because Belal has a lot of confidence and he should because he's good. But Jack's going to go for that finish. So if Belal doesn't finish Jack's going to be there the whole time. It's like you can see that with Gilbert Burns. Like he didn't care if he was losing. He was going to be there the whole time, and whether he's tired or not, he's going to keep coming forward, and he's going to keep trying to put power behind those punches, knees, whatever it is. So it's like Jack still has a lot of power, and if Belal doesn't go for the finish and he kind of just wins how he usually does, which is by decision, I don't know how I don't know how he's going to do. I think he needs to put it on, and he needs to plan to break Jack. Otherwise, it's not going to be fun for him.
And I think that right now the welterweight division is like super interesting division because of course we have like Shavkat Rahmanov, Sean
Mm-hmm.
Brady, Joaquin Buckley. So there are a lot of like good like younger contenders, and I think that actually this fight Belal against Jack will be a really good one. I think that Belal like proved that people should respect him by beating Edwards, but in the end, I think that Jack is like super dangerous, and of course he like to finish fights too. So he can be dangerous in like especially in the striking department.
Right. No, it's going to be good. And I just had yesterday, I had a uh, dietitian consultation because we're going to be also making our way down to 55 as well, aiming to be able to make it towards International Fight Week. But if the UFC wants us to fight 70, we'll do that. If they want us to fight 55, we'll do that. It's going to happen. I don't mind pushing myself. Everybody loses eventually. I don't mind the thought of losing. I do want to see what I'm capable of. And when people do that, eventually you'll get to the point where you'll get a one or two next to your name. Do I want that to happen? Nobody wants that to happen. But I would rather push myself and be willing to risk a loss than to retire undefeated thinking that I've never pushed myself. So I'm excited to see what the welterweight weight class brings. I'm excited to see what the new lightweight brings because those guys are coming in and it's getting to the point where it's going to be no more Charles. Islam will be around, I think, for a couple more years, but Sharyukian looks really good. Or Sharyukian, I'm not sure how to say his name. It's like you got Ilya coming up. It's like those are guys that I'm going to eventually be fighting, and those guys are good as well. So it gets exciting to start thinking about the future. But at the end of the day, I do got to make sure that I have my eyes in front of my target right now.
If you can pick one fighter from to the like dream matchup for you,
Mhm.
like from the lightweight or welterweight division, which fighter would you like to pick?
Um, dude, it hurt my heart to see Max get knocked out. So Ilya, it's like that would be all around. It's like he's good. He's dangerous everywhere. He's a problem. People forget that his grappling is good. People forget that his jujitsu is good. So it's not just his boxing. It's not just his striking. He's good everywhere. So that excites me. And it's a good money fight just because he's becoming a star. So like all around, most likely Ilya. Plus, if Ilya ends up fighting Islam and beats him, that just looks good anyways. Um, so Ilya Islam would be a fight that would be extremely difficult. We would see. I would have fun. It's like that's all I care about. We go in there and have some fun. I do think that my footwork would give him a problem, but he's a southpaw, so we'd have to see how he's raining that left kick or how comfortable he is sitting out there. But I wouldn't mind taking the wrestling to him, and I wouldn't care if he tried to wrestle us. We got our traps as well. Um, Either way, it's just that weight class is so exciting. How could you not want to fight Charles Oliveira? how would you not want to go against Justin Gaethje? Like those are the names when you start thinking about the most exciting people in the world to fight. That weight class comes to mind. You'll have a couple of them at 35. You'll have a couple of them at 25, 45. But when it comes to the lightweight division, that thing is always been one of the biggest divisions.
Yes, and especially that Volkanovski for a while for their Max Holloway said that he want to be back in the lightweight division after this like Dustin Poirier fight many years ago. So definitely it's a very good division, and like there are also few like older very good fighters and few new faces like Arman. So I think that a lot of like great things will happen in lightweight division.
Right.
And outside of the sport, do you have like any like additional hobby or passion that
Oh,
you the things that you are do outside of like training?
yeah, I like bowling, so that's there. I'm gonna start picking up golf a little bit more. I did golf as I wasn't able to do a lot of physical activity with my brain, so I picked up a little bit of golfing. Not very good at it. I'm a nerd, so Magic the Gathering, board games are fun. Just anything that gets my like a strategic game that gets my mind going, and I enjoy building things and seeing how things get put together. I have ADHD, so anything that boosts my brain's interest, I'm like, oh, let's dive into that, and I'll happen to be interested in from 3 weeks to 2 years, and then I'll be like, okay, on to the next thing. So right now it's magic, bowling, and fighting is what's on my mind.
And it's also like great feeling when you are at first you are starting something and you are not super good at it, and
Mhm.
then your like level of skills is improving. So it is a great feeling. So when you are doing a lot of things, you can be good in many things, and then go to the other one. So the feelings is there always.
Right.
And when you are thinking about your career, because right now you are 8-0, so this is definitely great start. Uh, when would you when would you like to see yourself in the UFC? Because you said that like maybe this year, maybe the like international fight week, but what do you think is like really possible when you can like bet?
It's like prepared wise, whenever. Do I think that um, what I would want to happen is we get this fight done, have 9 finishes, uh, 9 wins. We get a big fight in June, 10-0, 10 finishes, get a quick turnaround for July International Fight Week, go back. So now we're 2 years since we were supposed to be here last time. Now we're instead of 7-0, we're 10-0, 10 finishes, International Fight Week, 55 because we're going to be keeping our weight down and just going there and having the time of our lives.
It actually would be a like great story to be back
Right,
in the like the same moment like that you were 2 years ago, better record, more finishes, and of course like against a really good opponent, it would be like cherry on the top.
right. That's poetry to me. But if that does not happen, we are going to make sure we're ready. And if the UFC needs to see more after we're 10-0, 10 finishes, we're going to be doing what we're doing now and just hunting people that one look good on the record, but two that also are going to help us improve. Our goal is to become the best in the world, and we do that by fighting people that are good or that are able to give us something in return, whether it's experience, whether it's range, whether it's grappling, whatever it may be from the person that we're fighting. Our goal is to get something in return. I'm not just fighting people to get more things on my record. I don't care about that thing. I care about getting better, improving, and doing what we're supposed to do as a martial artist, which is to grow. After that, it's up to the UFC. I would say International Fight Week sounds beautiful. Going back, being there would be perfect. But if not, we'll be ready for whatever may come.
Okay, Josiah. So many thanks for the time and for the conversation. I hope that you will be in the UFC this year because I think that even right now your place should be there, but with one or maybe even two additional wins, it's like it would be like hard to believe that UFC wouldn't sign you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for having me.